All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Competition Timeout. I'm your host, Nando. And I'm back. We're back another week. I'm sorry about everything, but we're back. We'll be here every day this week, honestly, making that promise to you guys. Every day this week, every morning, we'll start the day off with the Competition Timeout like we should. Uh, let's get right to it. As you know already, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that. Please, thank you. It'll help out. What a weekend in sports. The playoffs have continued in both the NBA and NHL as you've been, listening here on the competition I'm out with the NHL on Puck Talk with Vernon Mack. We're back this week with a really fun episode. So let's get right to it. Okay. The playoff, the NBA conference finals are set. Yesterday, we had two game sevens to determine who was going to play the Celtics and the Mavs, who won their series. The Celtics won their series 4-1. The Mavs won their series 4-2. And they were waiting for the winners of the game seven last night. So, first game seven, it is the matinee, the start off, the Knicks hosting the Pacers at the Mecca at Madison Square Garden. Loud crowd. The crowd was in it, but from the beginning, even though OG when Anobi played, and I think everybody knew they were just trying to get something out of him, and he did get a bucket, but he was moving slow, hamstring, and then he didn't play after that. The Knicks came home from game seven and they ran out of gas, I guess you could say. Indiana was out in front from the beginning. Indiana shot 73%, I believe it was the number, 75%. It was a one or two. It was really great. They shot 73, 75% in the first half. They went into halftime with a 15-point lead, and they never really looked back. I think the closest the Knicks got was 7, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. But Indiana was very efficient. They were making every shot they took. The Knicks where they were getting their points, but they weren't getting it from everybody. And Indiana was running, and Siakam, all those guys, Turner in shots. Everybody was hitting shots. I think they finished the game, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I'll look at the final box score. They finished the game with a 67.1 field goal percentage, which is really good. Basically almost 70%. So had an amazing day shooting. Felt like they made everything. Well, basically almost made everything that they had. So the Knicks run ends. Honestly, I hate to say this, but I kind of wanted it to go at least to the conference finals because the atmosphere in MSG is really great. Um, I do admit I didn't enjoy all the New Yorkers thinking like this was the year, hype and the Knicks against everybody, all that BS. But honestly, it came down to injuries at the end. Their biggest weapon, Jalen Brunson, gets hurt, gets an injury in the third quarter. It's a fracture finger or fracture hand, one or two. And that didn't help. I think they ran out of gas all those minutes they were playing because of the other injuries. And this one was the last shot. Whatever little shot they had to come back in that game, it went away when Brunson got hurt. So they'll play the Celtics, and that starts tomorrow. Celtics, Pacers. Pacers will play the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals starting tomorrow. In the West, we had the game seven between the defending champs Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And what a great series this was. Going into halftime, Denver looked to be in somewhat, I guess you could say, control, but wasn't in the same control that like Indiana had. Denver was in control, but Minnesota was always at arm's length. Honestly, it was 53-38 at half. It was 15, so it wasn't too crazy. Minnesota erased that deficit in the third and climbed back into it, and eventually ended up winning with a series game that it looked like Denver, the experienced team, came to play, and they were going to keep defending their title. So Minnesota and those boys come through, erase the deficit, beat the Nuggets at home, and they move on to face the Mavericks, which is an intriguing matchup. And I'm excited to see it. That'll start Wednesday, the 22nd. So really, 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 really good stuff. Um, excited. It's been some exciting basketball. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to what those series can bring there. In the NHL, we'll touch real quick. Like I said, we have Puck Talk with Fern and Max, so you'll get all your hockey needs there. Uh, the Rangers and the Panthers, New York Rangers, the Florida Panthers will face each other in the Eastern Conference Finals there, starting on Wednesday, the 22nd. In the West, the Dallas Stars are waiting. The winner of the Game 7 tonight between the Oilers and Canucks in that series has gone really good. Really, really good series. Oilers kind of had a blowout at the end of the other game. And yeah, hopefully it'll fuel the Canucks going back home to do that. Yes. In the NFL, nothing really has happened in the NFL. I mean, the schedule got released since the last time we talked. A lot of intriguing matchups. But yeah, David Johnson, the running back for the Cardinals for a long time, retires after 8 seasons. I don't think he's played in 2 seasons. Maybe he was on a practice squad but didn't do anything. Yes. But besides the schedule coming now and people guessing wins and losses, which we might partake on the Nando Rum show this week. So, uh, yeah, that's what you got to do around this time. All right, baseball. The season is rolling on. As of right now, the two best teams in the league are the Philadelphia Phillies in the National League and overall, and New York Yankees right behind them. The Philadelphia Phillies have gotten out to a 34-14 start, and the Yankees have gotten out to a 33-15 start. They're right behind each other, one loss apart for them. The Yankees could be getting some reinforcements from the injured list there. Uh, and LeMahieu, Tommy Canley, and possibly Garrett Cole here in the next couple weeks/month. So that's always good to see. There, Phillies are rolling. Their pitching staff has been great, and that's a really good key there. As far as news goes for the MLB, not a lot of news. Otani had a walk off his first as a Dodger, and there'll be more to come. In soccer, Man City on the last day clinches their fourth straight Premier League title. After not advancing in the Champions League, but they were able to win their league in a race that came down to the last day. So Man City, fourth straight EPL title. Champions League is in a few weeks in June. Real Madrid against Borussia Dortmund. So that'll be good. We had some racing this weekend. I'm not talking about the horses. I am talking about Formula One. Formula One was back this weekend, this Sunday, back in their European schedule after starting out the start of the season in the Middle East and Asia and the U.S. 2 weeks ago in Miami, or last week. Yeah, 2 weeks ago in Miami. Um, anyway, the Grand Prix in Italy, one of two, Emilia Romagna. Grand Prix was won by Max Verstappen, but it did get close there by the McLaren of Lando Norris, who is really fast this season, and they are chasing those guys at Red Bull, who, even though they won, it wasn't like the best showing. But Lando made it close at the end, but it's heating up there. The next race will be the legendary Monaco Grand Prix this weekend coming up. Your legendary race. So looking forward to that weekend there. And as far as everything else, I don't. There's nothing else from the weekend. Obviously, we talked the MLB that's continuing. The NHL playoffs are continuing. The game 7 tonight. Man City winning the league the last day. Stabbing holding off Norris. If you like boxing, Tyson Fury lost. And I mean, if you didn't care about that, but yeah. And Joey Logano won the NASCAR All Star race. So there you go. All right, guys. Well, that's all I have here for today's episode of Competition Timeout. Till next time. Peace.